Disney Channel stars before and after. Have you ever wondered where all of the best Disney Channel stars went and where they're up to today? Aren't you itching just to find out who had a baby just a few days ago? Don't you want to know who got arrested only 3 days before that? All of that is right here, which is coming to you right now on our list of Disney Channel stars before and after. Number 13. Shia LaBeouf. Our boy Shia LaBeouf has seemingly gotten a little bit weird. Is it an act? Is he not right mentally? What is it? We don't know and don't really much care, because at least he's not drug dealing. This child star is one of those youngins that can grow up, get into a bit of trouble, do some weird stuff, and probably turn out to be the next Robert Downey Jr. We probably all remember him first from Even Stevens, where he played the annoying and lovable younger brother, Louis, for years. He then moved on to bigger and better things, such as the Transformers series, and movies like Wall Street, Money Never Sleeps, and Nymphomaniac. He's also been arrested a few times for being too intoxicated, and has some pretty funny stories about his very serious arrest. He's also done a bunch of weird art projects and plagiarized writings from a few people. Oh my goodness, Shy. You have to give them credit, man. Or even better, come up with your own stuff. Tisk tisk. Number 12. Demi Lovato. Alright, who knows this name? Well, you should, as she's been around for years, acting in a few movies, and she's been on TV a bunch. Not to mention, she's got a considerable singing career. That's really popping right now, and has been for some time. Demi was born August 20th, 1992, in New Mexico, and she seems to have gotten some of her mother's spark for entertainment, as her mom Diana is a former Dallas Cowboys cheerleader. She began acting in 2002 when she got a part on Barney and Friends, which is actually pretty impressive. Her career really began to pick up with Camp Rock on Disney Channel, and she's been a star ever since. She suffered from self-harm, depression, and eating disorder, and was severely bullied in school. And she now uses her elevated platform to speak out on human rights. Number 11. Ross Lynch. Now, if you don't know who Ross Lynch is, let us be the ones to tell you. This all-American kid was born in Littleton, Colorado in 1995, where he was raised up into 2007 when his family moved to Los Angeles. From there, he got little parts until things really started to pick up, and he got the starting role in a show called Austin and Ally. The show went on to have 4 seasons and did really well, and he's done a few things since then, including the newer, darker movie, My Friend Dahmer, pictured here. He is also a guitarist, plays piano, bass, and drums, and is a founding member of the band called R5. Pretty interesting. Number 10. Ashley Tisdale. This Disney Channel star is probably at least on everyone's radar, right? Well, she should be, as she's been in almost 100 different things, mostly TV stuff, and also has a singing career. She was born in 1985 in New Jersey, and actually began acting long before being cast on The Suite Life of Zac and Cody, with small parts in a whole bunch of stuff. These days, she's still doing some acting, and her singing career is moving along. Plus, she also released a makeup brand in 2006 called Illuminate, so you know that she's a busy girl. Number 9. Christy Carlson Romano. Wait, we totally forgot about Ren from Even Stevens all these years. Where in the world did Christy Carlson Romano even go? Well, she's been around. She began acting when she was 6 years old when she was cast in a bunch of Broadway shows, which she did for a good while before making the jump to the screen. She was cast in Everyone Says I Love You, Henry Fool, Looking for an Echo, and a couple of other things before getting the part of Ren in Even Stevens. Since her bread and butter show ended, she was the voice of Kim Possible, had a baby, and continues to work on acting projects from time to time, when she can squeeze that in around spending time with her family. Number 8. Dylan Sprouse. Little Dylan Thomas Sprouse was born on August 4th, 1992, and you probably know him and his twin brother Cole from The Suite Life of Zac and Cody. If not, he's also been in other things, with his first movie role coming in Big Daddy alongside Adam Sandler, although he only played a part of the role of Julian and his brother played the other. He and his brother were in a bunch of stuff, basically always together up until 2017, and he's done a few things on his own since. Dismissed is a pretty great newer film that he's in, and that's on Netflix if you want to check it out. He has taken some breaks from acting, and even went to college and got a 4-year degree in video game design, as well as his very own all-wise mediary in New York. Keep on climbing, Dylan. Number 7. Cole Sprouse. Alrighty, so we already walked you through the life of Dylan Sprouse. How about we give you some Cole? Cole Sprouse is the younger brother of Dylan, by only 15 minutes. And like his brother, they shared all of their roles while growing up. Cole's first film was also in Big Daddy as Julian, who we already mentioned was portrayed by both of the Sprouse twins. Cole all but disappeared between 2010 and 2017, but his career really took off, and he was brought into the spotlight again when he was cast as Judgehead Jones on the hit TV show Riverdale. Where did he go when he disappeared for all of those years? New York University, that's where. More specifically, the Gatlin School of Individualized Study. He went in thinking he worked on film, but ended up getting a degree specializing in archaeology. He's a talented photographer, and with him winning his way back into everyone's hearts as Judgehead Jones, we doubt him, or his brother for that matter, are going anywhere anytime soon. Number 6. Alyson Stoner. We almost forgot all about this young lady. She's most well known for her parts in Cheaper by the Dozen and The Sweet Life of Zac and Cody. One thing that most people don't know about her is that she's a really talented dancer, and has danced for a bunch of artists, including Will Smith, Missy Elliott, and Eminem. And she's also released some of her own music. She sorta dropped off for a few years, as a lot of Disney Channel stars seem to do, but she came out in 2018, stating that she's into men, women, and others who identify differently. She still dances and is speaking out on sexuality to help change things for the future. Good for you, Alyson. Love whoever the heck you are. Number 5. Zac Efron. This still reasonably young Disney Channel star has been one to stick around and continues to star in movies even to this day. Mr. Efron was born on October 18, 1987, and got his huge break in the Disney Channel franchise, High School Musical. He shot to fame playing the role of Troy Bolton, who basically stole the show and put Efron up there with all other teen heartthrobs. He then moved on to do things like 17 Again and Charlie St. Cloud, before moving on to do some more adult roles. He's currently set to play Ted Bundy in a movie called Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil and Vile. We're kind of excited to see what this Disney kid can come up with. Don't mess it up, Efron. We're all watching you. Number 4. Selena Gomez. Oh, Selena Gomez. Who doesn't know this girl? At least these days. While many may not know that she got her start on the Disney Channel, especially those who weren't watching Disney anymore when she came around, she did, and things have only gone up for her from there. She gained most of her recognition from Wizards of Waverly Place, but is now much more well known for her singing career these days than she is for her acting. She's been in a bunch of movies and TV shows, but most will definitely know her for her booming career as a singer and probably her on and off again romance with Justin Bieber. And just FYI, they're currently off again. Oh yeah, she also was an executive producer on the colossal hit 13 Reasons Why. Number 3. Orlando Brown. This That's So Raven star seems to be one of those cases of young actors who grow up and can't keep themselves out of trouble. Orlando was born on December 4th, 1987, making him 30 years old, so it may be time that he starts reconsidering some of his life choices. He did very well as a child, with parts in movies like Major Payne and Max Keebler's Big Move, before falling into a co-starring role on Raven Simone's focused television show, That's So Raven. I mentioned some poor life choices, and that's because this young man has been in trouble with the law a few times over the last few years, for things like domestic violence, possession of a controlled substance, and resisting an officer of the law. Most recently, on June 5, 2018, he was arrested in Las Vegas with a bunch of bags of meth after resisting arrest. Oh boy, sorry bro. Number 2. Hilary Duff. These child stars have been pretty busy lately. Just on the day of writing this, June 8, 2018, Hilary Duff announced via her Instagram that she's pregnant again. The Lizzie McGuire, and more recently younger actress, is pregnant with her second child, but her first with her current boyfriend, Matthew Coma. Duff, who was born on September 28, 1987, has dipped her hands into all sorts of things, like acting, obviously, singing, writing music, writing, and a little business. She's a busy woman and was once married to Mike Comrie, a former professional hockey player, with whom she shares a son, Luca. She was in a bunch of movies following the ending of her show in 2004. She's since released her own makeup collections with DKNY and does a lot of philanthropic work. She's not just a little teenage girl anymore. Number 1. Miley Cyrus. So here she is, the one you were all expecting to be on here, Miley Cyrus. Where do we even begin with young Miley? Well, the beginning seems logical. She was born on November 23rd, 1992, and Miley wasn't even her name. It was Destiny Hope Cyrus. And that name was decided on by her parents, Tish and Billy Ray Cyrus, who most know as the singer himself. She won the part of Hannah Montana when she was 11, and when the series premiered back in 2006, she shot to fame and stayed there. Cyrus has acted in a few things since then, but mostly she sticks to her music and her antics. She's had some strange relationships, some odd performances, and some downright wacky behavior over the last few years. But as of right now, she seems relatively normal. Miley is now a coach on The Voice and continues to release music on a consistent basis. Miss Cyrus has also reportedly stopped smoking pot and acting a fool, and she's decided to actually sport some clothes as of late. Her engagement to Liam Hemsworth seems to be back on and going strong as well. What a weird girl. Well, are all of them doing exactly how you expected? Orlando Brown has got to get his life together, while Hilary Duff is producing mini Duffs. Weird world we live in, isn't it? If this video gave you the answers you were looking for, give it a like, comment, subscribe, and get ready for another excellent video coming soon. Thanks for watching.